In the last video, we talked about how the Renaissance and the Reformation in Europe were all about new ways of thinking, and that included new ways of thinking about the world and humanity's place in it. Remember that famous line from a guy named Nicolaus Copernicus? Said that the Earth and other planets revolved around the sun, not the other way around? That idea was revolutionary because it challenged the long-held beliefs of the time based on the teachings of the ancient Greeks and the Catholic Church. This new way of thinking helped to inspire what we call in this video the Age of Exploration. So what is colonialism? It's an economic and political system in which a powerful nation controls less developed or weaker territories. It's often called colonies, which are usually located far away from the controlling country. And these empires that built huge colonial territories across the world were called colonial empires. The first modern colonial empire was the one that was built by the Portuguese along the coast of Africa and the Indian Ocean trade routes, and it started in the 15th century. So here is what you need to know about this age of exploration and the beginnings of European colonialism. First, let's start with some names and dates. The age of exploration took place roughly between the 15th and the 17th century. Some of the most important explorers during this time include the Italian Christopher Columbus, the Portuguese Vasco da Gama, the Spanish conquistadors, Francisco Pizarro and Hernán Cortés, and the English explorer Sir Francis Drake. Second, we should talk about the technological and maritime advancements that made this age of exploration possible. Improvements in navigation, such as the development of the astrolabe and the compass, allowed ships to travel more accurately over long distances, and new ship designs, including larger and more stable vessels, made transatlantic voyages safer. Additionally, advances in gun technology gave European powers a military advantage over many of the indigenous peoples they encountered. Third, let's discuss the major colonial powers of this era. Initially, Spain and Portugal took the lead in establishing colonial empires. Later, Britain, France, and the Netherlands emerged as significant players. Each of these countries had different motivations and approaches to empire building. But overall, their goals included gaining wealth and power through trade, exploration, and conquest. Fourth, we should explore the motivations behind the drive for empire. Many explorers and rulers were driven by a desire for gold, glory, and God. Economic gain, greater power, and the spread of Christianity were all important factors. For example, the discovery of the Americas opened up new opportunities for trade and wealth, and the control of key resources like gold, silver, and spices was highly sought after. Fifth, let's consider how colonial powers administered their vast empires. They established trading posts, settlements, and colonies in distant territories, often with the goal of controlling access to valuable resources or trade routes. They also implemented systems of governance that allowed them to collect taxes and maintain order in their colonies. And they used a variety of methods to extract resources and wealth from their colonial possessions. And sixth, it's essential to understand the impact on indigenous peoples. Colonialism had a profound effect on the cultures, societies, and economies of the regions that were colonized. European powers often exploited indigenous populations through forced labor, slavery, and the introduction of new diseases. And the legacy of this exploitation continues to have consequences today. Finally, we need to consider the lasting legacy of European colonialism. The effects of colonialism can still be felt today in many parts of the world. Language, religion, borders, and trade systems established during the Age of Exploration continue to shape global dynamics. Understanding the roots of colonialism helps us better comprehend the complexities of our interconnected world today. Okay, click right here to keep reviewing for Unit 3. And if you want me to keep making these videos, express your love by subscribing.